on the YouTubes. Then we're good from there. I also need to get the chat up. We'll see here. How about chat? Custom browser. What's going on, guys? Hey, all right. I am just getting the moving pieces. You know how it is. We got to get the setup just right. We got to make sure everybody's happy here. I should have. Okay, YouTube chat is good. Now, I actually think there's one more thing I have to do, which is to actually unlist this because no one can see my freaking chat over in the YouTube world. Hold on, squad. All right. We should be public now. There we go. Safe. It's kind of funny how that works out. All right, I think we're actually live now. Yo, it's the guy that's still on my Elo. King, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Give me a second. All right, guys, we are going to be doing some streams. We're going to be talking about a bunch of good stuff. Also, I got to let the crew know that I am live. Everybody, we are live. Boom, boom, boom. All right, boom. That should do it. I'm going to check one more thing as well, see if there's any big games coming up. There is not tonight. Pop and Dev, good to see you, man. What is good? Welcome. All right, so here's an interesting thing. We'll wait for more people to come in, then I'll explain what's going on. Are you from America or Europe? I am from USA, America. The Americas. Fiend, what is up? What up? Good to see you. Glad to have you guys here. Thank you so much. Some interesting developments. We'll get the people in. Your YouTube videos are the only long form content that I absorb. Thank you, Evan. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. We're going to be getting a few things up and running this week. Obviously, the videos have been kind of quiet. So I've got a bunch of stuff, a bunch of content ready for you guys. There's also an announcement, which is TSI 7. So I've got that ready. It's been nice. Obviously, the trip to Americas was it was a lot of Catan for me. Kind of took a lot of it took a lot of my emotional energy. I needed a little bit of a reboot after the Americas, which was really good. So I'm kind of in a spot where okay, I'm happy to kind of get my cadence of posting again, which is nice. I know you guys will be happy about that. Sad the artwork is not in the background. Well, I have some artwork over here. You probably won't be able to see it. Nah, you won't be able to see it. Whoa! Hold on. How did that? We're not supposed to be zooming. Hold on. No! What's going on here? It's like an auto zoom. All right, hold on, squad. Well, that was awkward. All right. Don't worry about it. All right. Yeah, so we do have artwork over here. Hey, Drew, been watching for a while now. Finally got into platinum, and you definitely have my thanks. Well, that's awesome, man. Congratulations. Anybody, I think it's really cool. People that show up here and obviously enjoy the content, but also improve. It's a big part of what we do here, for sure. How much practice to become the best player in Friends and Family? Very little, in my opinion. Most people, I'd say, if you have 100 Catan players in a room, realistically, maybe only 3 to 5 of them will know some of the core strategies and ideas. And if you spend, let's say you spend 5 to 10 hours learning as much Catan strategy as possible, you will absolutely know more than everyone in your friends and family circle. Now, are you going to master those strategies? No. But the point is you will have an edge over most people. Andy, have to thank you. Ignacio, you're welcome, man. What kind of accent is yours? I like it, by the way. Do I have an accent? I'm just me. I'm just some Florida man. I'm the Florida man accent. How about that? Welcome. Also, Chino Swag, thank you so much for the Prime. I see you guys over in Twitch World as well. Cosmic, good to have you here, man. Thank you so much for the support, guys. I'm a better Catan player because of you and learning English. Oh, you know what? I haven't really thought about that. You know, obviously we have a wide audience of people from around the world, but it hasn't like really occurred to me that some people are using my channel or what I'm doing as a way to improve their English. So that's kind of interesting. Love from Germany, Gambledore. I know you, man. I've seen you around here many, many times. But let's see here. Guys, we've got some good news. Love from Argentina. Simply one of the best countries in the world. Actually, I got engaged in Argentina. What was the best, I'm assuming you meant food, you ate in Brazil? Honestly, I had a lot of steak, which I think is kind of cliche in Brazil, but it's like one of those things, like when you're in the culture, you're going to try the food that's, you know, like everyone recommended you have to get the Brazilian steak. So I probably had steak mostly, maybe like half the nights. We had Italian one night. It was interesting because like once the tournament started, we were kind of in a rhythm of kind of hanging out with everybody. But trust me, I ate a ton of good food. I had a great time. I am number one. Yes. Yep. Yes. So little fun fact. I am number one in both Colonist 4-player and Colonist Rush. So anyone that says don't watch Drew, he's washed up. He'll never be able to top the leaderboard. Bro, I've hit number one now, I think 6 times. This one's a pretty big one though, especially with me getting number one in Rush as well. Why don't we just I hear myself in another room. Somebody's listening across the way. Now there's a turtle here. There's 2 turtles. That's cool. All right. Let me show you guys the fun. Check it out. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Hold on. Wait a minute. It's this one. Here we go. We got Danny Drew YouTube, number one global, and we also number one on Rush as well. So there you go. What do you think of number 1v1? I think 1v1's great. It's a super competitive playlist. I have thought like, man, wouldn't it be cool if I got number one in all 3 of the base categories? But that's like, these guys are playing, look at this, 400, 300, 1,300 games is absolutely absurd. And I know a lot of these players, I know they're extremely good at this playlist. And even then, the guy that's putting out almost 1,400 games, he's like over 100 elo behind, right? It would take me a long time to figure out the nuances and just to get good, just to be honest with you. So, what up, Randy? Randy Roo in the house. What up? We got Philip, my man, the legend. So yeah, guys, a few different things. I did play some 1v1, if you can see that. It's just a different game. It's a different pace. I have to tell you though, this last game that I played is so stupid. Oh, you guys will see it. It will hit the channel. But the last game that got me back to number one, because I've hit number one twice now because I got it. Potato took it, and then I took it back. You're just gonna have to see. There's some interesting plays going on. You know me. Of course I know you, man. You're one of my favorite people in the Catan world. Danny, where have you been lately, man? C. Miller, good to see you. First time chatter. Where have you been? It's your first time chatting. So we went to Brazil, which was a lot of fun. That was the Americas tournament. That was like a full week of just adventure, and there was a huge Catan tournament. I think that kind of took, that was, to me, it took like a little bit of like an emotional hit of Catan, not like a negative way. It's just like, I wanted a little bit of time after that to kind of take a reset. I have been playing. It's not like I haven't been playing, but I kind of wanted to just play without any interruptions. Cause you have to understand, like when I'm doing content, like that takes a huge amount of like my energy to consistently also do as well, which is fine. I love it. But also just being a player, sometimes I like to just press play and not have to worry about, you know, is it going to YouTube or do I need to produce this? So like that allows me to like go on crazy runs of, you know, going for number one in Rush and 4-player as an example. I kind of feel like if I'm doing the content side where any extra time I have is just creating videos, it's hard for me to scale stuff like this. But I know you guys, you want content. I understand. How many players participated? So in the Americas, we had 28 national champions. I'd say most of the countries sent at least 2 champions. Some had 3, which was interesting. US had 3, Brazil had 3. There was another country, I can't think of who it was. Maybe Argentina had 3. But yeah, 28 players. It was very interesting. I would highly recommend, actually, fun fact. So if you go to Barack, let me see if I can pull up Barack's YouTube channel. I'm going to give a shout out to our boy Barack, which we'll be seeing him very soon. No doubt. No doubt. Hold on. Hold up, guys. Okay. No, that's there. You guys see that? Hold on. All right, you don't see that. So I'm very fortunate with Barack, who actually ended up winning the Americas. We spent a ton of time together. It was really cool. I got to know him. Excuse me. I got to know him much better as a person. I would say honestly, we formed like a really awesome friendship from that experience, which I'm actually going to be seeing him in about a week and a half, flying over to LA. What's really cool though is I recorded all the games, all my games. I record the semis, which I played Barack, he beat me, and then I also record the finals, which I thought this was pretty cool. I was like, hey, here's the content, use it. He did actually end up doing a breakdown of both of the semis and the finals. So I'll share that with you guys, A, so that you can see it, but B, also just go to his channel, share him some love, right? Maybe if you go to the video, tell him Dandy sent you. Yes, we go live. How did we perform? I did great. So I lost. It's a 4-game qualifying, and I lost the first game on 8. So I was kind of like, all right, with 28 players, 4 games, you need 1 win and strong points. 8 is a good result. If you're not going to win, you don't want 8 or 9 points. I won the second game, which was great, right? So now if I just kind of get some higher points, like 8-8, 8-9, win, another win secures it. So my strategy changed going into games 3 and 4, where it was like, okay, I don't have to play for the win necessarily, but if I can find setups that lock me that 8 or 9 points, then I'm golden. So you'll actually see eventually when this comes out. Game 3, I did play for the win pretty aggressively. I got to 9. And then game 4, I took a setup where I knew I could lock 8 or 9 points, which I played a road setup. I was the only road player. And sure enough, I almost won the game. So it's very interesting when you go to tournaments, especially if you're playing at nationals or these larger national tournaments, to think about what's the tournament strategy, not just like, oh, I have to win this game. Sometimes you don't have to win games. Now there is all sorts of advantages in terms of like getting better seeding, going into the playoffs. But sometimes it's better to kind of go for high points if that's what you need. So, but I would highly recommend, please go to Brock's channel. He's trying to grow. He is one of the best players. Like, I'm super grateful for Brock. I think he is such a positive and good influence for the scene that I'll support him however I can. And I think he's also breaking the mold of what a competitive Catan player is, or what they look like. And I think that's cool. All right. Danny, do you have any tips for getting out of 1600? Take TSI, man. Yes. Well, I do have a coaching program, which we'll be launching that tonight as far as talking about the dates and everything. The best thing I can tell you at 1600 is you're in like what I call like intermediate purgatory, which is you're clearly a good player. You know, to get to 1700 is a feat in itself. You've just got to get a little bit better at everything, right? You got to get better at your placements. You got to get better at trading. You got to figure out the plans that you need going into the middle game. You've got to close the end game stronger, which I know that sounds obvious, but if like, let's say you can pull a lever like 3 to 5% on each of those categories, that'll be a huge like downward effect or downstream effect, excuse me. So yeah, it's not like, oh, your placements are bad. No, it's just like you've got to just start optimizing all these different levers that are at your disposal. My lord, 11 minutes and catching stream. Awesome. Lucky my day. Dish Wisher. Welcome, welcome. I hope that helps. A little bit better at everything. Well, yeah, I mean, look, luckily it's not like there's a bazillion things you have to learn. You know, when I created TSI as an example, like I don't, I'm not lying to you guys when I say like fundamentally I break the game into 5 categories, which is you have placements, right? You know, placement, kind of the placement strategy. You have plans, like planning your win condition. You have middle game strategy. You have trading and deal making, and then you have end game. If you think of the game in those 5 categories, and then you start to learn in each of those categories, then you have levers you can pull so that you're optimizing your game. I think a lot of people, like, it's overwhelming. It's like, where do I start? It's like, it's a lot simpler than you think. But of course, I know I've got 5+ years of like consistent experience behind me to say that. How are points counted at these tournaments? Surely a win is not worth just 10 points. The win is worth 10 points, but a win is in its own category, right? So it's like wins count first. So like, for instance, you can have somebody who has 1 win and then 4-4-4, which looks really ugly. But if you have a player that's 9-9-9-9, the 1 win player is head in terms of seeding because the win takes priority. So yes, wins are nice, but points are, they're second best. He's alive. Uh-oh. We got some spam. We got some spam hitting us on Twitch. That's been a long time. I didn't know the spam bots came after me. Hey, first time here, started playing Catan a week ago. Oh man, real Sinbad. You're new. Well, welcome, man. Booperinos. Glad to catch you on the stream. It's been a while. It's been a little bit. I'm always around. Yes, points are tiebreakers. Exactly. Yes. Can we do a rush game? We can probably do a rush game in a second. So here's the thing. I'm already number 1 on my main account. You know what I mean? I'm already there. So there's no reason for me to play. I've already gone to the top. But yes, points are tiebreakers. And then after points, it goes point percentage, right? So if you win a game like 10, the score is like 10-4-4-4, that is more advantageous than winning at 10-9-9-9 in terms of like player points. So if you win, you want to win aggressively and fast. So you got to be careful about giving up points because sometimes that could actually come back to you in terms of point percentage. Fun little things, things you don't have to worry about. Catan is similar learning curve as chess, in my opinion. Someone can explain the rules and you know what you can do on a turn after a game or two. But if you really want to get good at it, it's quite the rabbit hole. I think so. Yeah, I mean, I'm a pretty avid chess player. So for me, I think the way I learn chess, it's similar for sure. And I think a lot of concepts that I've taken over, like forcing moves is very interesting. Positional play, understanding the plans, opening theory. Like these are all like the way I've taught Catan is very similar to how I've learned chess. If that makes sense. Add me on Colonists. I got so many of you here. Look at all these ads, man. I'll add you. Is this you here? I'll add you. Accept. There you go. All right. You get the one accept. You asked, you get. There you go, man. I don't know. The friends list thing is kind of funny, right? Because it doesn't really do much, but it is what it is. Man, I've been having a blast with the rush mode. People have crazy weird steps. Rush is weird, man. It's kind of, I've said this for a long time. One of the things with me is I'm a very fast, strong, intuitive player. Part of that is just experience, right? Like the repetition. Oh God, here comes the friend request. The repetition of doing it and just knowing the game at a deep level. But then you also have the mouse speed. Like I promise you guys, I see the friend request. If you aren't using a mouse, you're at a massive disadvantage at this game. This game mode specifically. Not so much for 4-player, right? You can do that with a trackpad if you want. But like the mouse speed really matters. You are great, dude. I got you, man. I'm a super big believer. I see you guys. I'll go through and add you guys. I'm a super big believer in like, if you don't ask, you don't get, right? So one day when I have children, in the near future, maybe we'll see. I am definitely going to instill with them that philosophy. It's like, you have no reason not to ask for the things that you want in your life. Because you never know. So I'll encourage that. Like I have a rule. It's kind of a funny thing. Like if I go to the store or I'm out and about and I see like a lemonade stand for a kid or girls selling Girl Scout cookies or whatever, I make it a thing that I always buy from them if they ask, right? Because for me, I want to encourage that behavior in the younger generation, right? Like be ambitious, go for what you want, ask for what you want, right? Step up to the plate. So yeah, I'm just a sucker for somebody who takes initiative in that way. What site do you play on? I play on a site called Board Game Arena. Yes, Board Game Arena. I see you guys. Board Game Arena is a decent platform. It is built specifically for like every board game, so it's not, let's say the UI is not optimized for Catan specifically, but it's not a bad place to go. I would highly recommend Colonists, which is what we play on, and most of the, I'd say 98% of the competitive community are probably 99 are on Colonists for sure. So there's that. Let's see here. Yeah, I've lost so many 7-outs to the trackpad. It happens, man. I played Rush yesterday. I monoed the same thing after someone just monoed in a second. Yeah, there is a meta. There are things you learn in Rush, like, yeah, essentially holding the mono, so when someone monos, you can yank it back. That I see that actually more often than you know. So tonight we are probably going to play some ranks, probably on my other account, because again, we're already number 1 on this one. So what's the point? I'm had a game where I mono the ore the second. Okay. Yeah. The mono after the mono is a thing. Oh, sure. I like the design of BGA, but the game is much slower than Colonist. It's yeah. So aesthetically, I actually think BGA looks really nice. And I wouldn't be upset if we had the BGA official Catan skins, but then we had all the UI and the smoothness and the efficiency of Colonist. That would be like the cool thing, right? Like it looks like Catan, but it feels like Colonist would be, I think, the best case. And who knows? Maybe Colonists might come out with different skins. Who knows? Can you show us the win rate on Rush? Almost 64%. Which I feel like if you're not batting that 60 plus, you're probably in trouble. Because even like these players that are winning 50% of the game, is like, you can probably, at this point, like there's really only 3 of us that are making a run for it. And this has just been like the tightest race ever. We've been just going back and forth probably daily now at this point, and just like, you know, I'll take it. JD will take it. Demi will take it. Luckily, he's asleep because I think he's in Georgia, the country. But in the morning, he'll be back at the top, and we'll just circle, you know, probably take this up to like 2,500 ELO. We'll see. Yeah. It's there's definitely a meta. I mean, I find it funny because like typically with Rush, like it's a 4-player game. You're going to have 2 players that don't know what they're doing. Okay, maybe they're new to the game, maybe they're an inexperienced player. You can almost just say those players are just in the way, right? What you should do, the strategy is to find the strongest player at the table, because you can go to somebody's profile, you can see their ranked history, you can see how they've done in previous seasons, which by the way, 2036 ELO, 2000 ELO, 1968. We're improving. Look at that. Our average ELO is like 2000 right now in the last year and a half. So yeah, I think there is a whole meta where it's like, if you can identify the stronger player and make it almost more of a 1v1, that will serve you really, really well. I think that's kind of part of the secret. Like, I think if you try to be diplomatic and you like, oh, I'm going to block 2 players, bad thinking. Bad thinking. You have to do everything in your power to take out the strongest player. Now, if you see that there's multiple strong players, then fine. But I think that's usually not what I've seen. Yeah, so people don't know Rush is, it's 4-player Catan, but there's no turns, right? Typically, you pass the dice. It's one player's turn. He rolls. He does his thing. You pass the dice. But there's literally, you make a play whenever you have a hand. And every 5 seconds, the dice just rolls. So it's chaotic. It's fast. I think a lot of people have a hard time following it. So it's not for newer players. Let's put it that way. You need to be kind of well educated on general Catan to get it, to probably enjoy it. And even then, you might not even enjoy it because it's just so chaotic. I kind of feel gassed now because you beat me over the head with the robber earlier. Yeah, well, I mean, that wasn't... I'm sorry, man. I do think... I remember our game. To be fair, we lose. So if the player... It was red. He was on a 6-4-3 on the left. If he was not a bot, he just wins the game. Right? Which is why I was telling you, like, it's not me in this situation. I mean, the only reason I won is because I got Army and Road, which should never have happened. Always take out the stronger player unless it's Jack. Yeah, Jack not winning is more important than taking out the stronger player. No. I don't think Jack is even playing much ranked recently anyways. Is the top ladder more competitive than forward player? No. I mean, first of all, only a certain percentage of people get to play on the Rush leaderboard. I guess they're just like A/B split testing it. And then, like, honestly, like, you're going to have way more competition getting into the top 10 than worrying about Rush. It's just like a fun thing to do. The win rate for Rush compared to normally certainly interesting. Definitely favors the experience. Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, winning 63%. I would be the most untouchable ranks player of all time if I could average a 60% win rate. Like maybe on a really good season, I could push like 48 to 50%. Maybe. But like I'm pretty happy at 40, almost 42% to get to number one, right? So we'll take that. The one thing that's been really nice about this season for me is I've been able to get to the top so quickly in the number of games, right? Because I've consistently been such a strong player over the last year and a half that when I finished my placement games, I was already probably at like 15 or 1600, and they know every win's 30 points. So to not play 276 games is really nice and only play 72 games. Let's see here. It's impossible to win them all, especially with forward player. Yeah, it's definitely tough. I mean, I always tell players, try to, if you play 100 games like Catan, you'll figure out what your true rating is. I would say shoot for at least winning a third of your games. Bare minimum, you need to be winning 25%, which means you're just keeping up with average. But if you're winning 30 to 33%, that's a good sign. Now, when you start getting to like the top tiers, winning, 30 or 40% against the best players is a huge deal. So it's all relative, like even this guy, he's only 29%, but he's 29% against the best players. So yeah, we're going to play. I like to give people some time. So let me do this. Let me go on my other account. Let me see here. Cause I'm not going to play in this one. That ain't it. Yeah, we're going to remove that. Let me see something really quick. Hold on, guys. I might have to make some adjustments too. Hold up. Is this right? I'm 1800 Rush. How are the win-loss swings? They're pretty brutal. When you get to like 2000, 2100, 2200, I think it's like 13 for a loss, but then like 7 or 8 for a win. It's brutal, man. Bubba Jones, good to see you. Have you ever done a video on pacing? Certainly a topic I've never seen before. Not on pacing specifically. Okay, hold on. All right, we got a game. There we go. Oh, hold on. I got to bring me back. We've lost. There we go. All right. We got the dandy in the house. And we got Tal's dad. The original, the OG. All right, guys. Are you guys ready for some Catan here? 64 games. I'm an 18% win rate. 8 point. In-game kills me. In-game's tough, man. 64 games, though. You've got a lot of room to grow, my friend. All right, so let's do this. What's going on, guys? Danny Drew here, and we are back for another day of Catan. Guys, we are live on Twitch, YouTube. We're casting to the world, and we are playing ranked. So, wrap up, get your running shoes on, because we're gonna have a good time here. What's the sitch? 9-5-10 double wheat meta. You know we like that. Pretty makes sense, right? You got good port play, you got strong wheat, you've got one of the best ores. I also think 9-5-10 is really good. We also have the 6-5-11, which I am quite fond of for two reasons. A, it gets us, I think 6-5-11 is the play because we can do two things. We can point left to 4-11, pretty good. And then we also have two spots that are synergized really well. We can go 6-5-11, 8-4-10, which we get the double wheat, we get everything, all five, or we can go 8-3-4, which gets us the wood, the wheat, the sheep, 4-11, sheep port. I do think, though, 8-4-10 is a little bit better, but okay. I think this is fine. What do you guys think? So you don't want to know the story of Tau? Does anyone know what Tau is? We're going to go 6-5-11. I think that is correct. Is there anything else? I don't think so. We can also point up there, and then we have potentially the 9-12 or the 6-11-12, but I do think 6-11-12 is a potential target for this guy here. So 6-5-12. No. I think the ability to get the 11-4, I really like that. Also, it opens up some interesting plays. Like, let's say we go 11-4 here, and then we pull a road builder. Then we can road to 6-3, and all of a sudden we have coordinated sixes. We have a great road game. We have double wheat. I like this a lot. Now, that's kind of more the other assumption if I get the 8-3-10, which both are great for me, right? 8-3-10 with the 11-4. And by the way I'm going to work this position, sheep port's obviously an idea. I'm starting to think that maybe 11-4 is a little bit better, because the thing is our ratios are a little funky. I guess we can maybe go sheep port. We'll see. Let's just see how this pans out. There's also an interesting complication. If he wants to screw me over, which he certainly can, he could do something like 8-4-3, 8-4-10, but that doesn't look great. Yeah. Is he doing 8-4-3? Is he doing the... I think it's 6-4-3 here. 6-4-3 up to the port or even right feels kind of good, but 8-4-3 does kind of kill me, but I feel like he loses something there. Like, it's not that great for him. Okay, yeah. So we saw this. Now, this gets kind of tricky because there's obviously a huge setup here for this guy, right? He's going to have the double or the double wheat. We're also now in a tricky spot because it is possible that red might try to take 4-3, but I don't think that's his priority. I think he's either going 8-3 or 4-11. So, I mean, this should be pretty straightforward. 8-3-4. 9-3-11, 6-11-12 up. I mean, that I couldn't see how else this pairs. Now, if he's a newer player, which no, I've seen this guy before. Though he's not doing so hot. I mean, 5-2 is just not great. So we'll keep it simple. It's red in a tough spot. Yeah. I think it's not so bad. Right. One thing is he's going to have double wood, double brick. He can road settle. He can build to 8-4. He can build here, go to 6-3. Like, he's got options. I'm not. The one thing red has is he's not really like a big threat. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do the smiley face meta. I also don't know, like, is the sheep port even that good? I mean, the one thing with the sheep port is it does double his 10, which helps his wheat. Maybe sheep port is kind of good for me, isn't it? Because, like, I can see a situation where I go 4-11, the 11 becomes a free card. This is true. Yeah, I get it. Let's see, like the stream, almost 200 people watching. That is true. Guys, if you're here, you enjoy Catan, you have at any point ever had any enjoyment watching my content, I would encourage you to give us a like. Red Lady trying to cause problems, noted. Yeah, strange. Well, good luck, have fun. Look at this. We don't get robbed. It's a beautiful thing. I do think I am going to, if I roll a 5 by a dev, the 6 would be nice. It's not a good block, though. So who blocked that? Blue. Yeah, I guess he's not blocking the 9. Of course it rolls. Of course it rolls. I have to keep the wood, don't I? All right, so yeah, that's actually pretty big, right? 2 brick would be really nice, and then if we roll the 3, we have the road settle. So that's kind of brutal. My concern here is if red goes for 4-3. Like, he could try to be positional, like, I'm going to take away your spots. But his best case here is to start getting his ports. Yeah, get momentum with your ports. Get your production up. Playing, one thing you guys have to work on is not playing overly defensive. I do see some players try to run for something like the 4-3. It's like, that does nothing for you. More wheat does nothing. So better to have the tension between Blue and myself about this spot than anything else. I do think maybe there's a deal here, right? Like, maybe I can make a deal to leave the sheep port and I just run 4-11. But it's kind of tricky because I just think the sheep port's good. So let's just see how it plays out. I'm willing to concede it on a deal as well. That's true. Give Dandy a like. Sorry, what does OWS mean? It means ore, wheat, sheep. So that's one of the key strategies where, shocker, you produce ore, wheat, and sheep. And you buy development cards, you get army, you control the pace of the game, you get monopolies, victory points, road builders, year plenties, all the fun stuff. All right, red doing a great job doing absolutely nothing. I'm pretty scared of blue. I think blue's in a very strong spot. Oh, we have an idea here, right? Which is to sell the sheep for wood. Bro, this block. Of course. This is actually a trade looking at red, but I don't think he's got extra brick, does he? I think I just have to pass. This 6 block actually ended up being very good. Okay, this is fine. Yeah, I think if you're, bro, this 6 block, I'm going to 7. I'm going to 7. I think if I can get the sheep port, I'll take the sheep port. I just think it's going to be really good for me having 4-11 and sheep port. Oh, I got to survive. Okay. It's just a dev here, isn't it? I just don't think that exists. I mean, there is, I think a dev's fine here, right? Like, it clears my hand. VP's okay. But all this freaking wood is ridiculous, right? We need to see blue 7 out here. It'd actually be really big. Nope, he rolls the city. Ugh. The problem here, too, is that I feel like the 5's going to get hit, like in Black's case, but then he still has the 9, right? It's just so problematic. It's so crazy we have this much wood. That shouldn't be the case. It's not a good trade, but maybe he wants the sheep. Gives me a dev. See, guys, this is why I don't even on my alt. It's fine. I mean, it's obviously blue's in a much stronger position here. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't think... I mean, this would exist with red, potentially. I would hate to have to buy a dev here, but I think it's my only play. Because otherwise I pass, and then what? I'm waiting for a 10. Isn't this just... Okay. It's not good, right? Because we more or less empty our hand. But the 3 hits again. To be fair, you have been making videos on this alt for months. So this started forever ago. This account. A long, long time ago. Okay, I think from Black's perspective, he's very close. I can't type. I mean, the sheet port's not bad for him. This is going to be tricky. I might just have to go 411 and concede. Concede that port. Yeah, I mean, the issue here is blue's got so much freaking momentum. I don't know if we could have stopped it, especially with the 9-3-11. Maybe he had to take the 9-3-11. I just don't... There's nothing we could have done, right? I think 5-6-11 was our best shot. Yeah, after that, I think I have to hit the 9. It's pretty good. We do have a pretty good shot here on devs, right? Especially with the sheep advantage. Black, Black has a pretty easy game here, which is he just needs to go for the city. Like, his city quality is so freaking good. Okay. Okay, so he goes for it. Fair enough. Unfortunately, that 6 really hurt. I'm also kind of concerned, too, if I give red too much. Bro, our hands have been so bad. Yeah. We got a brother in the house. Night. Perfect. Okay, so we're stacking devs. We need 10s and we need 6s now. We need the 6 to go 6-6 here. I made some trades, brother. Okay, so now we have a very specific mission. We'll take this, especially not give it to blue. So we need the 6 to pop. Big block on the 9. Obviously, he's going to start getting some momentum here. Let's see here. How many 3s is that? Seriously. The game has been super 3 heavy. Well, we lost the 6s early, which was brutal for sure. For sure. It'd be nice to have some utility too, like a yop or something. Yeah, see? There you go. Bro. I'll just go all in here. Maybe there is a case I could block. Because I'm popping anyways. Maybe I just play a knight here. Perfect. I'm pretty happy if I can get this. That is literally the opposite. I think I just have to buy another dev. I mean, I don't mind pacing army, but this just sucks that we're so freaking close. Maybe what I should have done there. Okay, yeah, we can live with the yacht because we can use that to build a city while we're also pacing here. And also, I don't think we're the target. I think most cases we're going to see big 7 there. We're going to see black get hit here. I'm just not going to say anything. I think it's clearly either black or blue here. I could see him hitting. He could hit me, actually. Not hitting blue is bad play here. Okay, wheat's really bad. I don't know if I'm pacing perfectly if I'm going to get called out like that. I think that's a big mistake. Actually, if you want a city, let's. Okay, let's do that because I can always use the wheat. There's a lot of ore on this board. Finally, okay. Oh, I think the bigger problem here is like clearly you've got to pressure blue, right? Like you need me with army because I'm super falling behind here. Yeah, I mean it's just hit blue here for sure. Yeah. Do I even play the knight? I think I have to play the knight. The problem is I don't have a knight to play there. So I actually might hold off. Yeah, that worked out really well, actually. Do I ever yop here? I don't think red's... I don't think I'm in an issue here from red. I think I can be relatively patient here. There also might be a deal like wood for brick. I think here I have to drop the road. 411 is kind of mission critical, especially if I plan to settle there and then city with the yop later. I've got this 9 in my back pocket, so I'm going to be very patient here. I like that play because blue doesn't have any cards, right? He's probably going to play a knight, and then what I can do is I can at least have 1 9 in my back pocket to just give me a little bit of security here. I will do this, which puts me a little bit closer, potentially getting what I need. I think this is not a bad deal, though. Let's see here. That was a joke. What up, Caleb? Good to see you. I feel like Red is trolling, not paying attention, which he wish he's not watching your stream. Red just falling for whatever blue says. Red seems trolling you. He probably is. Yeah, it's pretty lame. It is what it is, though. These are the things that we have to deal with. This is also why he's not a bad player. He's clearly playing well. Okay, we'll do that. I only need the 1 wood. And this gives me actual potential plays here, I feel like, to do some good stuff. Yeah, he's obviously going for a city. I respect that. And I still feel like, okay, blue can hit me here, but I think he's doing himself a massive disservice to do that. Like, clearly, sure. If that's what you want to do, brother. If that's what you want to do. Now we have a back-to-back here. I was going to say, ideally. All right, so we will hit the 9 here. We do have the settle, so that's 4. The question is, what do we block? It's probably the 9. It's crazy to me that I'm getting hit here. I understand I have 3 development cards, but that's just crazy to me. So we're going to play the knight. I do think it's blue because I get the ore, which is good. And then essentially what I can do is ideally try to drop a city next turn. Perfect. That's why we go 411. That's what 411's all about. There's also a case now that we have the yop, which we can use to build a city. Maybe we might want to buy 1 more dev here. By the way, one issue there is if I rob black, then he goes down to 0 cards, right? I'm probably going to get hit here. Wow. See? Perfect. Perfect, perfect. So I want to leave a card in black's hand so that he has the ability to get robbed by blue if blue plays a knight. I think we actually might drop a city here. I feel like we need a city here. You know what I mean? It puts us on 5, and then we have the ability with this. I kind of like popping, honestly. Otherwise, we just drop a city and move on. And we have the 4 and the 10, so we should have, honestly, between all our production here. It's risky. Oh my god, this 3. This 3 is ridiculous. Okay, perfect, perfect. Now we need some 5s and 4s. Oh man, that is such a brutal block. Pretty interesting hand here. Yeah, there's not much I can do here. Is there any wheat? So potentially something like this with red could be interesting. Like he needs the sheep. Nah, it's not worth it for me. I can do it on his turn. He's going to obviously need... Now red's doing pretty well, which we need to start putting some pressure on him. Yep. All right, so now I think things move a bit. Yeah, this double wood, double break is going to do a lot of... Okay. Yeah, we need a 7 here. Perfect. I think it's just going to go on the 8 here. I think the 8 needs a lot of love. Wait, black. Bro, use your port. I can also do something like this. I'm looking specifically at blue. I do think he has an ore in his hand. And it's not a bad deal. Damn, that sucks. All right, so now I don't even mind doing this with red, to be honest with you. So we need a 5 and we need a 4. Perfect. Okay, so now if we can get another dev. Very risky trade, but I do think like we're essentially playing a knight for 8. Very risky trade, right? Obviously putting him on some very good points. But we do have a path here. Perfect. Okay. So we definitely need a knight. Yep, this is kind of... We might be in trouble, though. The threes were so free. 3s and 4s are insane. Need a 7. Mono. Road builder. Not what we needed. All right, he might have the win here if he gets a roll. Like 4 is probably winning. Oh, my freaking god. All right. Can we win? Probably not. I mean, here, he can just take road. He's on 9. Yep. Does he have the win? I don't see how we do it. No. So now we need a bunch of wheat. Bro, come on. No one's trading you the win. No, he had a good setup. I mean, we were kind of in a weird situation where obviously we have like 3 people playing devs. It happens. I'm not really too worried about it. Okay, we're gonna have to take wheat here. We need some ore rolls. Big 7. Big 7. I wish I had a knight. I think we just dropped the road builder to the ore port. Unfortunately, I think that's our best play. We need to consider... I don't have a knight here, dude. Maybe the 10. It's so tricky. That's a horrible block. What is that? Okay, let's see what rolls, right? Maybe if the 10 hits, we'll just take the wheat and try to work that angle there. I think I actually have to take the wheat here, which looks really stupid, but it does rip the board a bit. Looks really bad. The idea here is that I'll have wheat in hand. Maybe if I pull a knight, there's that. I also have the road builder. Can I win with a road builder? Probably not. No. I think that eliminates some of the winning rolls. I know it looks bad, but I mean, we're going to 8. We might have potential. Like, what do we need for road? We need too much. We just got to pray he doesn't roll an 8. We need a dodge an 8 here. 6 might not be good, right? Because he doesn't have the wheat. He's super close, though. Okay, yeah. Knight. Oh, yeah. Oh, we need a knight road settled pop or something. Okay. There is all right, there is a play here. Okay, the play is we roll a 5. We take a wood, road settle. All right, there is a play here. We have to roll a 5 though. So here's the play. We're going to steal a wood. Shit. I think he's got it no matter what. Is there a road steal? Can only go to 6. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that was a really bad play. This is the only play. Damn. If only we had a sheep port. Nah. I mean, there was the road builder. Road. Yeah. I mean, I do think we actually have a shot. Nah, doesn't matter. He's got it. GG. I didn't have road. There's no way I had road there. I don't think so. We can go back. Oh, shut up, Blue. If I could connect, I couldn't though. Like I could drop 4 roads. I can go to 6 roads. If I had help, I could do it, right? So I could go road builder, road, and then I would need another wood and brick, assuming that's even out there. Well, we also needed black not to leave, and then essentially not this happen. You know, there's also the case too, maybe I should have given the sheep, but I feel like I had to create a window. Like I'm losing my opportunity here for sure. Interesting to sit, like, come on, Blue. Like you obviously had the best start. Like you can't talk about, like you're sitting here at 4 points when we're on two, maybe 3 points. I actually think some interesting things to note here. 8s were very strong. Oh my God. What am I supposed to do? I'm on 9 points. I'm not going to say anything. Let's look at the resource stats. Fun fact too, like 42 cards, we did pretty well. Let's see here. 3s were very strong. From 8s were really strong. 10s were pretty good. Like he had a good thing going for him. Like 4s were good. He just had good rolls there for sure. Dang, Blue angry for Sensible Ace when he was the one making the bad plays. Well, I guess what he's saying is like, there was no like real strong indication in the early to middle game, like in this point, that red was the clear target, right? Like if I drop a pen around here, and you tell me, yes, red is the solo block, like you're out of your mind, right? Like clearly blue is potentially at 5 points, 8 cards in hand as an example. So I think the 9's pretty fair. It's like, okay, he had some really good rolls. I also gave blue a 3 for 1. So like, I don't know what he's upset about. Mono the wheat was interesting. I think that had to be done though. Yeah, the sheep port would have been really nice. The sheep port would have been really, really nice. Yeah, it would have been nice too if maybe the alternative is we find a way to get the plow here if there's the cards. Use the road builder this turn. Road, settle. He might still have like road, settle though. I'm not sure. Or maybe even attempt to build a city. So it's kind of tricky. He played that well. I'm not a fan though of his talk early on. Like this kind of stuff. To me, when you're posting my link in the chat talking about pro player, I find him being a loser for doing that personally. Because like the thing is, I've seen this a lot actually with certain players where it's like, they'll call out, oh, it's Danny Drew or whatever. It's like, that's fine. But you understand, like, good players don't have to do that. You know what I mean? I have never, ever in my life had to call out somebody because they're a good player. It's like, because I can play the game, and it's like, I think people should take a page out of that book because that's just, I don't know. I think there's a better etiquette to it. Also, as you grow as a player, you don't want that energy coming back at you either. So, food for thought. It's an L behavior, yes. I mean, you can do it. I think it's a strategy in some people's mind. I just don't think it's a good strategy, right? Like, if the best players aren't doing it, then, like, you don't have to either. I don't mean that in a mean way. Thank you. Appreciate it. I still think it's an interesting game. There's a lot to learn here. I think it's challenging, right? I have to give credit to Red, which is he saw the opportunity of going for road. I don't know, like, maybe we can flip the reverse there and say, like, okay, we can put him on the 5, 6, 11, 8, 3, 10. That's interesting. And then we take the 8, 4, 10. Also interesting. That's a play too, right? You just take the wood and wheat and you say, I have a lot of options on the brick. I do think I like what this setup offers me though, right? It's a good 5 resource setup. We needed less 3s early. The 3s clogged your hand. It's crazy. The first dev we bought was a 4 for 1. Wood. Like, I think we 4 for 1 wood twice that game, which I'm assuming wood's probably the number 1 resource. Sometimes it'd be like that. I just started the game and Red is in it. Give him some love, man. Give him some love. All right. Let me double check something really quick. Yeah, interesting one for sure. Yeah, Sheepport would have been really good. I think if you're like, I don't really like the way Black played this. Like, Sheepport's not bad. I think one thing he has to be conscious of is like, yes, it's not bad. If I'm Red, I would much rather though focus on the city build over anything else. All right, we got a new game. Here we go. Let's do this. Let's hone back in. Get back to focus here. What's going on, guys? Danny Drew here, and we are back for another day of Catan. Guys, we are playing live currently on Twitch. We've got to figure out what we want to do here. But kind of a crazy wheat situation. Did we just go all wheat? 695 is kind of crazy. 693 is kind of fun. 8, 5, 10. Also kind of good too. I feel like this gives us a lot of interesting opportunities, but then it's going to be like pop. But we could do this with this, maybe. But that goes. That. This board locks pretty quickly. There's also the case of just going 693 with like the 910. Or even like 693 with the 6911 down. Actually could work. We could do double wheat meta. The only way I like the 695, I guess like 694, that's interesting. Hold on. 8-4 with the 6-9-5 is kind of fun. What do you guys like here? Agron is saying 8-5-8-10 looks good. It looks all right. The interesting thing here is the sheep too. So this does get you the sheep. Also, I think this guy's not bad. Woodport's a play, but then this guy probably gets Woodport. Let's see something. I think I don't mind this. I do like the potential Wheatport and the 3-1. We're going to point down here. We got to be careful because I could see a world where this 6-9-3 player takes something like the 9-10. It's not impossible, honestly. I could see it. There might be a case that the 9-10-2 could be available. In that case, then the 8-5-10 looks really good. But what I'm thinking here is like somebody might really like the 9-4-11 over the 9-10-11 just because having that touch of brick could be really nice. Like I could see 9-4-11, 8-4-3 being just a good setup, double wheat, double ore, the wood, the brick, run to the port, 4-3. So we're going to play something flexible here. And then we're kind of also banking on maybe some space being open. But if it doesn't, like let's say 6-9-3, 9-10-11. So there's a lock. 8-10-5, there's a lock. 8-4-3. Yeah, 6-9-5, 6-3-11. Interesting. That's risky, man. This 9-10 is a real target. I feel like somebody might do this. We can also play, like, for instance, if 6-3-11 wants the double wheat over here, then we could take 6-11-12 ourselves and then build down. We'll have like 9-12, wheat port, and maybe there's just a ton of wheat there that we can make some trades with. Hello, are you playing Rush today? We'll see. I feel like most people here probably don't really care about Rush, which is, fair enough. What we want to see 9-4-11. It's what we want to see, which actually makes a little bit more sense. I feel like the 9-10-11 is good from the standpoint, like you get a pretty decent hand, but I feel like with all this wood for third and fourth, the brick's probably more useful. And actually, it might even be the case that this could potentially go to black. I feel like 9-4-11 is the target here for sure, which means then we get like the 9-10-2 up, which I think 9-10-2 up becomes really attractive. Because we can just road settle, pick up more sheep, chord 5s, double ore, enough wheat. I guess it really depends on what black takes. I don't know if I like this. I guess down is fine. Okay, yeah. Interesting. So he's playing like wood, brick, or touch of wheat. I don't know. That's a tricky one. Thank you so much for being a member. Guys, I gotta go pee real quick. I have to use the restroom. Be patient. Don't blow up my stream. Don't do anything crazy. I'll be right back. Don't leave. All right. He does that. What is that? It's pretty greedy. All right, I'm back. What happened? I guess I might even take 5-4-11, honestly. Maybe I'll take 5 for 11 and just make trades with him. I don't like that play from Orange. Yeah, I mean, maybe he might have enough wheat on the board to keep him busy, but it feels greedy to me. It looks greedy to me. I can even see 8-4 happening here. Kind of tricky, I think, for black. Yep. Does he point left? If he points left, I'm going to let them race it out. Okay. This actually ends up being a really nice situation for us. There's two options here. We race for this spot, or even take the spot straight up, and then we just make trades, right? Because there's enough wood on this board to make sense of this. I think we're going to take the wheat pile. What do you guys think? 5 for 11? 6. I don't want to race. I think the race is not good. But what I do know, there's a few things. The wheat is tradable. I don't think black, he's probably going to use his wood and brick to start going to some of these spots. He could drop 2 roads, but I think we can easily just do wheat for wood, right? Yeah, let's just do it. I don't even care, man. And then we just say, and we look at red and say, you need wheat. I need wood. You have a ton of it. Let's be best friends. I can also do 2, which is actually really good, but I just don't want to get plowed. I feel like if he rolls 2 6s, I'm getting plowed. Okay, so he's got 1. Okay. He's only got 1. All right. He didn't drop the road. He didn't drop the road. Oh shit. Okay, I have the road. Okay, I don't want the 4 for 1, but I'll do it if I have to. It's a good deal. I think that's a really good deal for red. I'll do it. That's fine with me. This is a good deal. Like, he should be taking these deals. So that's the first mistake by far. By far. Yep. Okay. Anytime that this guy with all this ore can get 2 for a freaking wood, it's a no-brainer. So, okay. So, and we saw black do some interesting things there for sure. Yeah. So he's going to go wheat port. That's fine with me, actually. Like, obviously, this is good for him as well. Now it's a question of what does he really block here? I mean, 8 or 5, I don't care about this. If he steals the wheat, he steals the brick, which is pretty brutal. Not the play he wants. I don't think that's correct. I do think with the expansion opportunities of this board, definitely some better plays. So I'm also going to try to grab some of the ore potentially on this board with orange, with red. Okay, I kind of like that. There we go. Okay, and then maybe I can shift the ore. I have to get the 6 for 11. I think my strategy falls apart without it for sure. All right, so he's getting wheat port, which I think is going to make him a pretty big target. What's also the issue with blocking the 5, guys? What's the issue here? The issue is that he needs wheat. He needs wheat. So generally you don't want to be doing that if you can help it. I wonder if he has a road builder, does he go 6 3 11? We have to pray he doesn't. Okay. So he might have settle. He needs a sheep, right? So we're gonna do this. This gives us what we need. We need the wood. We need the wood. Wow, that is good. Okay, yeah, we'll give him this. This is fine because now he becomes a bigger target. We are closer to a city. Okay, perfect. So we're gonna do this. Looking at red here, which gives him the road drop. Oh, I don't like that. That feels like a road builder play. I don't like that. That feels like a road builder play. I'll do that. Okay, I'm going to just be patient here. I'll do this, assuming I don't get plowed. I think he has a road builder. I can't do it. I can't do it. Unfortunately, though, he's going to find a freaking trade for sure. For sure. All right, let's see if he's bullshitting. The solo brick is weird to me. Okay, okay, I have another brick. Isn't it crazy? We're actually close to... I'm going to take a big risk here, which is this puts us under. And honestly, our hand's that good that it's worth... I think it's worth holding. We can also do 2 cards here. Perfect. Okay, maybe wheat for wood is an idea. I think it's a pretty good trade. Okay, wheat for... So we're going to try something like this. Actually, is there a 2 brick? That. There's that. There's that. There's that. Bro, you so greedy. You so greedy. Who's this with? Red? Okay, fine. I think it's worth me becoming a little independent. I'm also going to look at orange here. I think this is a pretty good deal. Yep. And then now we are a 3 or 11 from the city, which 8, 5, 10 is wonderful for us. Big block on the 3, or the 5. All right, so we do see the city go down. Pretty big for orange. Hopefully he becomes a bigger target. We're in a tough spot for sure, but now we have a little bit more juice to work with. I think we're going to go here, block here. So I want to see if anybody wants this. I'm going to do 2 cards here, see if I can get the wheat. I'm going to see if I can make a deal here. Okay. I need to keep this hand. I'll trade it. I'll trade it. I'll trade it. All right. Good. Yeah, I got you. This is fine too. My hand's pretty... Yeah, this is great. We dodged 2 robs, and he's probably going to give us a sheep. Okay. Can we do this or this? I also like the idea of potentially dropping a road this turn to get to the 6, 11, 12. We can also go for the port. I don't need it. Okay. All right, we need this wheat. We need 1 wheat roll. Our hand is really ugly right here. All right, now they're upset. What's up, guys? You need to think about your fate, Danny. Holy crap, the mouse is so fast. Since I started playing Rush, I had to kick up my sensitivity for sure. Interesting. So red gets a dev. Oh, it's so beautiful. All right, so interesting deal here. Maybe I can get city pop. I don't think so. There's also a potential world where I can get something like this. Looking at orange again, he is kind of the wheat master. What do we do? All right, guys. Where do we city? Let's think about this. there's a few things going on here. 6 or 11 is interesting from the standpoint that our hand is full of. I think, call me crazy. What if we do? No, okay, it's 8, 5, 10. I want more wood. I feel like more wood is just better for our setup because now like we're going to get super blocked here. All right, I'm going to do it. I am doing this for the 6. And the idea here is that if he blocks the 5, we still have the 3 and the 11. So I'm doing this for the 6 roll. For the 6s. Because like, I feel like with 8, 5, 10, we have all this brick already. We're going to pray for the 6. Like he can block the 6, but then we still have the 8, 5, 10, and we don't even get blocked. So it doesn't even matter. But it is kind of crazy, right? Because at least we have a lot more diversity in the 8, 5, 10 here. But I kind of like this. And I just don't think, okay, I'm wrong. Sure. All right. He blocks the 6. Look at this guy. I don't know if that's actually good for him. I kind of feel like at least the 5 stops the port play. Looking at red here, or even just the 1-for-1 is quite nice for me. So I can drop the road. We can also do this and this. Both are really good options, right? So that way we can just get to our port. Okay. Are any of these options blocking trading? Okay. Interesting. Wow. Oh no. Don't leave the game. This is who blocked this? I mean, we are getting kind of smashed now by this guy. Like the Orwe sheep's a little bit too strong. This is one of the issues I think with black making this play on the 6-9-5. It's a little bit too slow, and the Ore is just going to absolutely crush us to death. All right, so we need to see if we can get. No, he doesn't have wood, does he? We essentially need like a monopoly or something. We need I mean, if you look at this situation, like he's all in on devs here. It's like it's hard to stop this. That's why I like this 8-5-10. I feel like you have a real opportunity for development cards. Yeah, you can't do shit here, dude. And then honestly, I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad about that. That's kind of perfect. Granted, I probably should have kept a brick. Should have had 2 brick, that way I have the 6 rolls. I think that's game saving. Even then, though, he still either has a city or 2 development cards. Like, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Not to mention he's stealing either a sheep or a wheat. Even brick's good, too. Everything's good. He has, like, what, settle dev, maybe? Look what he threw out. Look at this. Yeah, this is so bad. Yeah. And, of course, the 6 rolls now. Okay, let's do it. Yep. And then maybe I can do sheep and brick. Okay, we need. We need a deal here. Okay, I'm gonna do that. All right. All right, we have our machine going here now. The production's there. We have a shit ton of wheat. We do need red potentially to play a knight. And we are going to make a run for the 6, 11, 12. Bruh. Bad. This is bad. Good shit. Good shit. I know he's not going to do it, but if you know how strong orange is, it's either the 5 or 10. I mean, the 11's also not bad too. But he has to see the strength of orange's like late game is absurd here. I'm concerned he's not. That's my issue here. He doesn't. Okay. Yeah. That is that's just a bad move. That's just a bad move there. Because like the issue here, Okay, I mean, maybe he's looked at his profile and he's not thinking he's a strong player. I mean, he's a 1700 rated player. This, yeah, we need to do some serious damage control here. Hey, that's a good roll. Maybe there's a hope here. Maybe I see what he wants to do is maybe he wants to try to get out here. That's not a good play for him. He needs to focus on building up. He needs cities. He needs to use his port play. I guess if he gets there, it's not bad, but then he's also running the risk of even getting plowed by black. Maybe he's got a road builder. That's his idea. But then he could have used it last turn, right? So I'm taking a big risk here by giving life to him. But okay, 6, 8, we can get over there. Yeah, that's kind of looking like what his idea was there. Oh my god, bro. If we get 6, 11, 12, I feel better about my situation for sure. Okay, well, we can take that. I'm giving him a city, but I'm okay with that as well. And I gotta pray he doesn't have a knight. But the way he dropped that second city, he probably does. I think it's a 5 now. I think the 6 is a bad block. Yep. Oh. That totally didn't work out for me. That did not work out. Ugh. Of course the 6 is going to roll. Perfect. Now, can you hit the 5? Or the 11 even? Nah, it's not as good, right? Like, you got to starve the rare resource. There's no good situation. I mean, maybe if I did something like this, but I just don't think he's going to play ball. Especially I'm on 5, right? I would like him to drop 4-11. That's actually not bad for me. I'll do this. I'll do this. Anytime I can get 2 rare resources. Is that a road builder? What is he doing here? No, okay, he's just gonna... I'm okay with the city. That means he clears his hand. I'm okay with that. So let's do this here. I'm looking at red. This actually might be a good deal for red. No, he doesn't want to play ball, so now he is looking for the plow. That's unfortunate. Okay. Okay, so if he rolls the 6, he's got the 2 roads he needs. Okay, so we have the road there. We have to avoid a 6 here now. Okay. All right. No 6, and we're balling. No 6, and we're balling. All right, we're balling. Now, let's roll the 6 now on my turn, so I can dev and drop some roads. All right, we're balling. We're balling. So let's see here. Bro, I have to go for the space here. Do I take the risk here? Okay, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. He doesn't necessarily have it, right? All right, we're going to ball. We're going to take the risk here. We're going to take the risk. He might 7 out. He would need 2 roads and a point. He might have it. He might have it. Yeah, didn't. I'm playing risky. I think we have to. I think we need to pray. He doesn't have a port. Again, he would need 2 roads. 2 roads and a point. So it's like if we roll 6-8, we just connect for Ray. We should be okay here. And maybe black might do it. He might loop the 9 or something. Yeah, but what is he doing? Like, It's so funny. Like, I gave red a ton of I gave a ton of cards. It's not like I got free cards from the table. I paid 2 for 1 for that. I mean, I could have just used the port. I just have to pray that orange can't figure this out, right? Because even if he connects, we just need a 6 and 8. Okay, perfect, perfect. He's got a lot of cards though, man. All right. He's got a lot of cards. Also, red's in a good spot too, right? Because he's got ridiculous situation. Holy shit. Yeah, like what was the point, right? Oh my god, does he have it? We need a 6 now. Okay, good. Maybe we can also give road to red temporarily. And then we can just snag it back later. Well, it's a little too late for that now, man. I would do wood for brick here. That just gives me the road drop, which I'm pretty happy about. I do think too, we got to build out this way. Like if we drop a road here, great. We're on 8. No settle spots. He's got I'll give him the 2 brick for something. There's just too many threats here by orange, right? Especially if he has a knight, he has a wood in hand. I think I don't want to upset red here. I think it's better this way. Okay, he's taking road. Yeah, drop it. No, he's not taking road either. Okay, he's taking road. He's taking road. All right. Oh, shit. Okay. Unfortunately, it's the best I can do. And now the dumb thing is he's got no cards. I mean, at best we're putting orange on 8. I mean, if he has 2 VPs, that's fine. What we really need here is we need a 6 so we can cut him off. We also can drop 2 roads for 8. I mean, just here it's the 9. You don't have to overcomplicate this. It hits them both. Takes them both down to 0 cards. Yep. All right. Road builder with a VP is not win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It isn't. Okay, that's good. So I have to make a decision here. If I roll the 6, I can plow. I think the plow is correct because I can always connect later. I just need settle spots. And then I need to find out my final point. Also, the ore is kind of clutch. I'm not going to lie. The ore is clutch. Look how good this wheat port has been. It's done absolutely nothing. Okay. Yeah, kind of tough. Okay. He hits me. Stealing the ore really sucks there. Really sucks. Stealing the brick really sucks. Wow. That's kind of a shame. Now we're in a really tough spot here. Okay, that's good. Probably close to win here. We got to like mono is. We kind of want to see an ore mono. Honestly, that would be really good for us. Okay. Yep. Yeah. I think that was a horrible play. Horrible play to hit me at 6. Like you want me in the game, right? You want me in the game. I think here you just drop like if you can drop a road in city, that's your best play by far. Now I'm going to have to find a play from this guy to get me 2 roads, but then that feels like I'm just playing into his hand. Wow. I think you're being super greedy. At this point, we got to pull Monopoly. I think it's our only play. Victory point's actually good. So if this guy's whiffing and he's missing, especially if we roll a 7 here, we're actually doing okay. Yeah, that's really bad. Okay, so now we connect for 9. So assuming, let's say 7 rolls. It's not impossible, guys. We can do this. Maybe take road. This guy could take road, right? He wraps around here for 7. And then we obviously connect for 8. So that's our thought. No, he's just gonna build. Now we gotta pray this guy doesn't have 2 VPs. If he has like VP, we need a 7 here. Oh, thank God. Thank God. We survive. I mean, you can have 2 VPs, but I think it's less likely. I mean, now you're looking at 4, 8, 6 is even a play, but 6 just rolled. 4 is pretty bad. 8's probably the worst. That's a good block. He might just... What is that? What is that, brother? Right. He's got to play knife. Yeah, so there we go. Put on the 5. Put on the 5. Boom, boom. I think if you're red here, you... Okay. Sure. All right, we do have the connect here, which is super interesting. Dude, these have been weird. This has been a weird game. Very weird game. I think we just go to 9. I think we drop the 2 roads. Like, okay, he drops 1 road. That's fine. He's at 7, but then we're in this like eternal road battle, right? So there might be a play just a road settle in the desert, or even road settle like here. That might be the better play for us. Okay, yeah. So if we roll 6 here, oh shit. I think we road settle in the desert. Road. We're so close to plowing it. I think that's the play. And then we can connect later. So what's our connect? Yeah, and then 8 just wins the game. Assuming it just doesn't give red some kind of opportunity. Perfect. Bro, he's so close. We need another 7 here. Yeah, or save the game for sure. We need a 7 now. Also, Monopoly would be phenomenal here. Or Mono would be phenomenal. Clear the board. Wood Mono's fine too. Brick Mono's fine. I think he's got a Monopoly though. We're at that point in the game where somebody's probably pulled it. Cool. So, very good shot here. It feels like an or Monopoly, which I think saves us an orbit, which means we actually have a huge opportunity to take road. But I think he's got to rip the or, because that also stops both red and orange. Oh, that's not good. Worst case here now, we have to worry about red settle city play. All right, so he's going for road 2. All right, 7. Shit. That's really bad. All right. He's still hitting me, even though, I mean, 8 is winning. That is completely fair, but I think red has winning rolls here. Strange, right? Because literally the 6 just rolled. Strange. Okay, so 4, 8, 11. That's really our only winning rolls unless we get a back-to-back here. Oh, GG. Yeah, I think you should have at least been a little bit more plugged into red there. Like, he's got a monster hand. He's got open settle. He had the 4 or, right? This is just an insta win. We got beat up, guys. We got beat up pretty bad there. He just has the win. There shouldn't be too much complication here unless, imagine he just passes or something. That'd be funny. Bro, you have the win. 100% you have the win. Unless, I think he's going to just make the play at the end. That was the win for you if you didn't take the wood. Yeah. I'm just shocked that I got robbed as much as I did at that end game. I don't think that made a lot of sense to me. Like, if anything, you rob red, don't give him a chance, and then you let him extend, right? Because red goes before me, so there's no real threat. Red is taking his sweet time. He might lose if he doesn't. Is he literally making a play at the final second? No way. Okay. He's doing some weird flexing stuff. What? What was that? I didn't PayPal him anything. I don't know. He must have had the win. He must have had. Did he not have the win? There's no way. Hold on. I don't have the membership on this account. Hold on. I have to pull it up on the other screen. What the hell was that? There's no way. He had the win for sure. Well, I'm going to bring up the replay on my main. What? Dude, I don't even know anymore with this game, man. I really don't. It's so stupid. Uh-oh. Hold on, guys. Oh, let me go to... All right, that's good enough. You guys can see it. Let me fix it here. That is ridiculous. All right, let's go to Red's hand here. I thought he was wow, because he rolled the 3. He's got a monster hand here. Wow, he doesn't have it, right? City. Oh, that's crazy, right? I'm not crazy. He can settle. He's got 3 brick. He's off, like in every direction he's off, right? Because if he had one more wood, he has 2 cities. If he has another wood, he has settle, I think settle city. He can also, hold on, he can port the ore, settle. Wow. Does he have 2 settles? Well, he doesn't have 2 settle spots open, though. He only has a settle here. 2, 3, 1. He doesn't have it. He's only got settle pop. He can't settle the ore port. You know what's funny? Some of you guys were like, why don't you go 4-11? Which I guess could have been fine, but because I went 6-11-12, that settle earlier actually stopped him from taking the ore port. He doesn't have the ore port. He can't settle ore port. He's got no brick port. That's crazy. Did this plow actually make a difference? Like, let's say he road settled here. No. Road, port. No. Brick port. You can't, the brick port's not available either, guys. The brick port is closed. That's wild. He has it, though. He doesn't have it. Why is this some big controversy? He should have extended road. Yeah. I mean, the obvious thing here is you look at the board and say, like, well, how do I lose, right? Obviously, I think like City V people or Settle V people from Orange. Obviously, I'm trying to set up the road sneak here. So is Black. I mean, I hate to be that guy that's complaining about getting robbed, but I mean, in the perfect world, Red should extend to the point where I shouldn't be able to take road like that. right? Like the whole point there is you hit red enough to where he can't have the big hand like this, but he's incentivized to drop because that's his win condition. So that's weird. The best move, I agree. I mean, there is also the case, I don't really hate the fact like he did what? Settle pop. I think the play there is you pop first. You know what I mean? And it looks kind of weird, but you can pop with the ore and then adjust. No, does that work? Yeah, because if you pop the ore and you pull the VP, then you can settle. If you miss, then you can drop roads until your life is content. You know what I mean? And there's a good shot too that the monopoly is potentially out there because I don't recall any monos. Yeah, like he could pull the mono and try to win next turn, which honestly is not that crazy. I'm only winning with road. I think black might have like the subtle pop, maybe, but he's got to get a couple big rolls, especially with the 6 being blocked. It's super unlikely. And then orange only has 4 cards, no port. I actually think the subtle pop is fine. Or the settle, the pop and evaluate is fine. Or the city and then drop a bunch of roads is fine. He can do one, but he can't do both. Has pop city too. Well, that's what he did. That is so insane. I thought it was over. I literally thought he was just pulling our chain. Well, there you go. Tenacity and perseverance goes a long way, but that is, it shouldn't happen that way. Let's put it that way. It shouldn't happen. Bro, man, what is that? What is that? You know, sometimes, guys, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Oh, I think that's one of those situations where it's like the perfect road game, right? I get huge expansion spots. I pull one, like the one dev that I need to be a VP was the VP. That's all that was. I think he must have pulled a knight. I don't think he pulled. He pulled a knight, which is pretty dead. Yeah, at least he would have had more options, like if he pops first. Even pops to the wood, right? Because then you can evaluate. All right, guys, let's run this back. Oh, we're first pick here. Hold on. We have to make some adjustments. All right, so we're going to go here. Boom! All right, we're back. All right. What's going on, guys? Danny Drew here, and we are back for another day of Catan. Guys, we are playing live on Twitch, YouTube, around the world, and we are in the first position. 693. 693 is kind of fun. If you have been around this channel for any period of time, you know I love a good 693. We also have the 8510. One of the things, 693 is interesting from the standpoint that there's probably a good chance that we can get onto this other ore and just have like a really good ore wheat sheep. But given the fact that there's not that much brick, I don't know how good it is. Like 693 with the 910 could be fun. What do you guys think? 695. 695 is a dream. But what does that play with? Like 695 is fun if we get like 910 too. Then we have the chord, but it's so much freaking sheep, bruh. 8510 is also good, but again, the brick sucks. The brick sucks. We can go 9510, which I feel like just creates all sorts of openings. You know what? There could be a world. Hear me out. I could see somebody going 9510 with all of a sudden the 6912 becomes open. That is an idea. Yeah, I don't like the 9510 here. I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm going to let somebody else do that, and they can open up the board for us. I like the 693 here. I don't know why. You guys know me. I like 693s. Though it's not the typical one, right? The one that we really enjoy is the 693 where you can build to the 83. This one's the only variation that's not like that. This is risky. There's obviously going to be a lot of war wheat sheep, but what I do like here is we have some straight up potential outs. There's 2 of them that I'm seeing. One is 61112 to the 912, right? We pick up the coordinated 9s and all of a sudden we're doing great. We can go 910, which we do get the best brick, which I think we can ship off for a pretty good price. And there is a pretty interesting case that if the 9, 5, 10 does go, which I can see that being the case, then we have so many more options. So I think we're fine. You guys like this 9, 5, 10. I don't like it. I don't know why. Call me crazy. We're going to see if we can just take a good old fashioned 6, 9, 3. And if we lose, we lose. So be it. Richard Dixon over here, big fan support of the channel. Shout to Mr. Dick Dixon. This is going to be a little bit of a problem. Hopefully, I like this decision by him, because if there is any of these ore spots available, then he's going to have a great game. Here it is. Look at this. All of a sudden, options. Though it does get kind of interesting, right? Because now he might be able to play 9, 6, 12. We'll see. I just don't like this from him. I feel like you're opening up the board. Maybe we might have made our grave here. We'll see. For what it's worth, I don't think we're going to get blocked too much, right? I feel like the 8's going to get hammered a lot. But this does create a big problem, which is the 6, 9, 3. 8, 5, 10 is really good here. You can also do something like, it's very interesting, like the 9, 10, 11. We're going to have to get super crafty here, guys. And probably deal with some shenanigans. Let's see what happens. Is there ever a case that we could take the 5-2? Like, there could be a world where we just take the starting road, try to build. Just try to build. Maybe get a couple 2s. That would have been nice, though. If you went 6, 9, 5, 6, 11, 12 could have been a really nice target for us. Oof. Okay. Actually, this becomes even more interesting, right? Because now, I mean, if you're black, you're taking the wheat, and then we get one of these big ore spots, right? Like, aren't you just taking like 3, 10, 11 down? But then you give 8, 5, 10. You can't give 8, 5, 10. See, this is where it gets really bad now, I think. Unless our whole premise here is to be the wheat king. So we could do that. Just ship a bunch of wheat and ore. I think he has to go 8, 5, 10 here. Otherwise, maybe not. Let's see what he does. The thing is, not like, so for instance, a lot of players like to have all 5 resources, and I can see him saying, okay, we have the 9 wheat, the 9 ore, the coordination, if it rolls, it's very strong. If he takes any of the wheat spots, we have a phenomenal game, I think. Right? Because we either get the 6, 9, 12 or the 8, 5, 10. But no, we'll get the 6, 9, 12. There's no way that's going to be left. 8, 5, 10's left for us. And if it is, then, I mean, put all your money on Dandy. By the way, if you guys are enjoying the stream, you enjoying being here, you want to see more content, please don't forget to give a like. Support your creators. Do what you got to do. I really appreciate it. He is torn. You can see he wants to go wheatless. Bro, just take the production, make trades. This is, he's listening. He's listening. Down is diabolical. What if I just become the guy that has all the wheat? Like, what if I go 6, 9, 10, 2 left, and I go from here to here, go 3-1, play the hardest game of my life, never get blocked. Maybe we can go 5-2. We'll see. We'll see. I would love a way If like we can take advantage of production, I would love that. I also don't want to give 9-10 to it. Like, this is so greedy. This is so greedy. And Black has to understand, like, he's obviously, it's hard to say. I mean, what are you thinking about? Just take it. You get the starting brick, you get more ore, the best sheep. What are we thinking about? There's nothing. I think I have to go 9-10-2 here and try to build like here to here in 3-1. It looks so bad. I guess so 5-2 as well. Yeah, bro. What? There's nothing. There's nothing you have to think about. 5-2 is funny. But then like what? I'm banking on a 2. It looks so bad. I can do it. The only way this works though is if I can get a 2 in the first like 5 minutes. Because then at least I get the wood. Maybe I can scrap up a way to get the brick. I settle. And then I'm like, now what? I mean, that does open like road builder plays for the wheat port. I think it's the play. I mean, ladies and gents, this is what we call an attempt for content. I mean, the only other play is like 6-3-11 and you run to the port. But I find like 5-2 is cool. And that is true. If I roll a 7, I can steal the brick, which I feel like the karma of 5-2 is just so good. And hey, if the 3 rolls, we're doing okay. All right, there we go. All right. Now we need the 2 to roll. We need no, the wrong 1 out of 36. Are you kidding me? Bro. The wrong 1 out of 36. All right. We've made this game 10 times harder than it needs to be. But that being said, there is 2 brick. And he's got the development card. The dev's tricky here for orange, right? Because if he devs, then he exposes the brick in his hand. I have no cards. This is the curse of going 5-2. Again, the only other play there is like 6-3-11. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have a tough time here, kids. Again, the plus side is we don't get blocker robbed. So there's that. Oh my goodness. I have to go for it. I have to go for it. I can't type worth a shit. Okay. That's even a good deal for him. Perfect. Look at that. All right. We got our first deal. There we go. Now we need a 6 and a 5 and we settle. I'm kind of surprised he's giving that up. Good deal for us. Now the 2's going to roll. All right, look at that. We got our brick. All right, good. This is good too. This is really tough. I think Black's going to have a really tough time here. I'll do this for 2 ore. I mean, this is the only thing that makes sense, or this even. This is the only way I can make sense of this play. And I think he might take this. I went 5-2, so I don't know what to tell you. Otherwise, I have rolls for a settle. I'll just do the +1. Oh, bro. See, these guys. This dumb shit right here. This is how you lose games, right? You've got to like give up a little bit to get some, right? And your setup is just so good in terms of production. You can give up 2 cards. Bro. Okay. The greed. There's also an extra. Oh my goodness. It's over. GG. It's over. All right. You know what? Maybe we actually go for the port first. The 2. Yeah. Richard knows. I think Richard knows it's me. I actually need to be really careful of orange too. Like, I can't win them all. And he had a break in hand. Very interesting. Moving the robber. Bro, just hit. All you have to do is put on the 9. Maybe. All right. Good deal. Now, what we do is we produce a ton of wheat. We make deals with black. I don't think so. The thing is, you don't need it. See, the thing here is fishing for anything for blue. All he needs to do is hit his competitor. That's all he's got to do. Just hit your competitor nonstop, and you win the game. So we do have a big problem here. No, we don't. What am I saying? We're going to roll another 2. I'm going to flip my shit if we roll a 2. The reason I want to do this is because the 9. I was going to say this is not. I'm going to ship wheat for ore now. I have a good system here with black. I can do wheat for ore trades. But he 4-1'd all his ore, which he had a ton of trade value, like a Dumbo. I think the 3's a fine block. I just don't think you can justify. I can take the hit here. I don't give a shit. Sure. This is how you lose OWS. I don't want to hit black. I thought he had cards. That's my bad. I will be the man that controls the resources. Now we can hit the 6 here. I have a lot of wheat. I don't want to lose. Yeah, 6 is fine. I can help black here. There's not really a bad card. Both wood and ore are good for me. I guess he can give me sheep. I'm kind of okay with that. It's whatever. That's fine. I guess I can 4-for-1 there. Hey, let's go. Let's go. All right. Do I port for an ore here? I kind of think I do. Let me think here. Because then what? I port for an ore, then the 9 becomes what I need. I don't think we're... Let me think here. I think that's the play. I think we just port for the ore. We roll a 9 because we're just that plugged into the game. We've also got the 5, which if the 5 rolls, we action, right? Which cleans our hand a little bit. What's good about this is I have to assume if blue plays a knight, he's going to move it onto the 8, right? Especially with the 3 rolling twice. Orange has a ton of ore in hand. Have you talked to Dylan? Delighted recently missed that game. I talked to Dylan a couple weeks back, right before I left for Americas. He's doing his thing. He's rocking out. He's doing okay. So now we're in. We need a 9 or 5. Both are action for us. He's going to do wheat for sure. I have no wheat. Shit. Oh, thank God. That's one of those situations where you just have to be quiet. You know what I mean? If you start saying, oh, I'll trade it later, I'm not trading it, you just don't say anything. You just pray. That's actually great for us. Okay, perfect. We have a great situation here. Roll a 9. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Who's got what? Who's got what I want? I gotta be quick here. Blue has wood. I'm gonna go for the ore. I think the ore is actually I'm so bad at this game. So I'm gonna, yeah, no one wants my freaking sheep. This would be great, but I just don't think I'm getting this. All right, so now we're in need of brick territory. What we need is we need the 9 to clear our hand, and then we can worry about that stuff later. Perfect, perfect. Guys, we're doing it. We're freaking doing it right now. He has to hit orange here. Orange is his only competitor, I think, because if he loses the port, I think black is 100% dead. Oh, that's really ugly. That's really ugly. I just have to go back to the, yeah. That's one of those. So this is a play. You guys got to get out of this mindset of like being overly diplomatic. 100% orange is the rob there, even if he's getting plowed. You know what I mean? 100%. But he feels bad, so therefore he hits me. But it's still the right play, right? When you look at the strength of Orange's setup, his resources, he doesn't even need a port to be successful. Luckily, he will be protecting this 3, which rolled twice, which really sucks. We need this 9. We need this 9. Now, I don't mind robbing you. I think you kind of asked for it. I mean, I was taking 9-10 too, so it is what it is. Like, you're going to get robbed no matter what. You got to play the 1-year anniversary tournament. We'll see. We'll see. I've got a lot going on in April. I'm happy for us. We did a pretty big 1-year event as well, which was super cool. I did like a 12-hour stream for my 1 year. I need a 9. Bro. Yeah, and I mean, it's 100%. It's going on the 8 here. Oh, fuck. Mono just kills us. Okay, good. All right. You know what? The 4 is actually a ridiculously blocked. Blue needs a wheat. I'm not going to say anything. I think he should know. If he robs me here, then you know it's freaking bullshit. Right? There you go. There you go. All right. I have to take this deal. I have to take this deal. I don't care what anyone says. I'm taking the deal. I need a freaking city. Even if this gives Orange so much. Okay, he ports. Oh, bro. Mono is also... Guys, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? This 9-5-10 is causing so many freaking issues right now. This guy has literally 9-5-10, 8-5-10. All of this production, and he is garbage right now. He's dead, man. This is kind of good because now I feel like both orange and blue blew up. Like, maybe there's balance in this a little bit. Like, obviously, blue's doing extremely well. But maybe this might give enough, like, time, you know what I mean, for me to catch up. At least it wasn't the ore. I can deal with losing the wheat because I just rolled back on a 9. But losing the ore would probably be death to my game. Do you ever play casual lobbies? I've been playing a lot more and feel like everyone is incompetent in casual lobbies. Yeah. I mean, that's why it's called casual lobbies, you know? Oh, bro, what are you doing? Okay, well, maybe the 2 will roll again. If he has another Monopoly, I'm going to be so sad. Bro. Wow. Oh, let's go. All right, we're going to 4 points. Bro, this is insane. But I'm telling you, I think there is some good here. I really do. I think they're going to be killing each other, and hopefully they just pull knights, and then we'll keep rolling threes. Bro, we... All right, we need the 2 to come back here. It's just the 8. Don't overthink this. Just go rob black. 8 is the liability of this whole position right now. There you go. In the meantime, good block. And this guy can buy devs until his heart's content. And we just kind of ride. We're just hanging out. Okay, that's good he's not racing me, because that would actually be really bad for my position. It's funny how black's like, it worked last time. It's like, no, it didn't work. You're losing so bad. So bad. What are you talking about, dude? All right. 1-2, and we're happy. Yeah, so this has to be on the 6 for sure. 4 is really bad. Now I think, honestly, the 9 makes a lot of sense. I think the 8's pretty good. The 3's not it. 3 don't do shit. 8's actually more of an issue here, but I guess it just rolled, so maybe it's the 9. Richard. Bro. Oh, was it the bot? Okay, all right. Yeah, he took too long. If he loses his game, this is going to be a tough one, right? Because he's got such a freaking strong position. Knight. This is where, like, you got to have the killer instinct. You can't let the 8 roll, right? If he has a knight, he is making a massive mistake here. But he probably doesn't. He doesn't have a knight. We're cooked. We're cooked, boys and girls. Unless he's doing some weird pacing play, but what does he have? Like Yacht VP? No, Road Builder, he would save it for sure. We're so far behind. And remember, you guys all wanted me to take the 9-5-10, which would be just absolutely decimated. Like, then we're lose. We're dead. Yeah. We're dead. Well, silver lining. Silver lining. The problem here too is he has to hit and then play a knight, which just puts him in a massive position. Yep. And then he flips the knight. No flip here is insane, by the way. If he doesn't have a knight as well. Yeah, of course he does. Yep. Who would have thought? Okay, we're going to see if we can get this here. We do something like that. Come on, blue. There you go. There you go. All right, all right. We're at 5. We're not in dead last. All right, should be a knight here. I think it's the 4, honestly. Nah, just rolled. Ooh, he took the 2-8. He 7'd out because of that trade. That's so unfortunate. All right, now we need blue to have a dead hand here, and we need orange to pop. But I think blue's probably got a knight. This is really tough. This is really tough. At least the 3's super nice now. Like 3-9, we can drop another city. 5-2 city OP. I don't think so, man. That's good. That's good. We need to see more knights. 11's really bad. That's really bad. It's so strange. He doesn't want to block the 8. He doesn't want, like, he keeps blocking the 3. Still the 3. Okay. Now, mono would actually be pretty sick here. All right, we need him to mono or it's the only way. Bro, what the hell? Oh. Be interesting. Did he pull 3 VPs? Now this guy has to mono or. Mr. 3 points has to mono or. Okay, 5 points. That should be game. But then again, okay. Oh, shit. We need a mono here. We need a mono. Otherwise, I think road's also a potential really big issue. Take road. I mean, it kind of doesn't matter, right? Because even if he takes road, like he just road settled most likely for the win. It's kind of cool because I know Richard's a big fan of the channel. I don't know, like, maybe the alternative is we take the ore there. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else I can do about it. I guess he's going to settle when he goes to 6. Okay. That's kind of fun. That's kind of cool. Yeah, but he doesn't even need... I mean, we have to just pray he's got a ton of knights. We do have a pop in hand. Imagine we pulled a VP. That'd be funny. There you go. Throw on the 9. I have to call him by his first name. Not the 3, Richard. It's not the 3, Richard. There you go. All right. Yes. All right. You know what? It's a freaking win. I don't care. We need a road builder or something. No other way to spend a Tuesday than watching the King. What up? What up? What did he play? He had a year plenty. I wonder how long he's had that. Maybe for a while. Bro, what? Man. I mean, I think he just gave the game. What's the point, bro? This is like a Yop or a road builder. Yeah, that's game. Oh, wow. Is there a way I can double pop here? Oh, bro. He's got all ore in his hand. Needed ore. Unbelievable. Okay. It was a good try, folks. All right. Now if only 3s roll. All right. Problem is then he also he gets off here. It was a risky play. I just don't think Black would have traded, unfortunately. Okay. No, it's probably true I could have done the ore for non-block. I didn't think he was actually going to go through with it, so I just decided to say fuck it. The problem here is he's got so many ways he can win, right? Like road builder wins. It's like it almost doesn't even matter, honestly. Okay, so he's on 9. It's just the 9 here. Yeah. I mean, this is all assuming he doesn't, like, if he has a VP, then sure. GG. Nicely done, sir. Nicely done. I don't think it even mattered, right? Because he's probably got longest. What's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he either drops 2 roads to win. He has it either way. It doesn't matter. Well, this hurts a lot. This is ridiculous. Is it due to the 5, 9, 10 or him being a potato? Well, I think so. My issue with the 5, 9, 10, I do think it opens up quite a bit. Eights were crazy, but also mono was huge. Mono was big. Like the mono set him up massively because he pulled essentially a ton of wheat, 7 wheat. I think he got like a city and a ton of devs, like 3 devs in a city. And then at that point, the 8s were unstoppable at that point. I wonder, what did Orange just end up pulling? What did Orange have? Orange has 2 VPs. Yeah, we couldn't really keep up with the momentum. That was a that was a failed experiment. Well, we're gonna leave it at that. That's funny. There's not much we can do there. I would have really enjoyed, like, I think there's a really good case we get that 9-10 if like we see the 6-9-5. But I think we could have predicted this situation. And I do think if Black understands what his position needs, first of all, you don't point down. Pointing down, I think it's too much of a risk. Like you need every road settle with this kind of setup because you can't explode. But make trades, right? Make concessions. 4-for-1ing in this setup is you're losing. Almost certainly you're losing. Now, he did quite well to get out here, which I give him credit for that. But in most cases, I don't think he makes this much push on the roadside. For instance, I asked for 2 cards for an ore. That's so much better than 4-for-1ing all the ore in your hand, as an example. But this is what happens. This is what happens in the world. All right, you get one more game out of me, and then I'm going to bed. One more game. Are we still number 1 on the leaderboard, by the way? Let's go take a look. We should be. We're still number 1 in both categories. There you guys go. Did you ever get an explanation for the 8 solo? I was confused by that. I did, actually. So both of the players, I got soloed. I mean, we know what it is. We don't have to like speculate. We know exactly what happened. But they claimed I had the strongest setup, which you could pull 100 competitive Catan players and not one person would say my setup was strongest. Not a single one. But they said I got solo blocked at 2 points because I had the strongest setup with 11 brick and no ore. So it's just one of those things, man. One of those things. Even in the end game, I got hit brutally multiple times by one of the other players there. And I was like, Barack has 1 roll that wins the game, and I'm sitting with 2 cards. Like it just didn't make sense. And I think I'm just gonna say something here. I actually think one of the players more or less gave up that game because she had road. She could have taken road away from the guy that was about to win on 9 points, and she didn't do it. Like her hand is in the video. So it was very strange. Like she didn't win with road, but she could have taken away a win condition from somebody else. And she like passed on 7 cards, which it doesn't make it. It still doesn't make sense to me when I'm thinking about if she's playing for the win, she has the ability to go to 8 with open settle and take away the win from somebody else. Why wouldn't she do it? So I don't know what that was about. I don't know if there was kind of like a consensus about making sure that one of the Americans didn't win. I don't know. But it left me, honestly, the whole tournament thing left me with a strange vibe at the end. Is there some other styles that would explain that regionally? Do you think it's kingmaking if someone can take away someone's win condition but doesn't? I guess it depends like what's in it for them, right? Like everything you should do should benefit your game, right? Like you shouldn't take away someone's win condition out of spite. Now, I guess there are cases to say like, well, you didn't help me in my critical moment, so I'm not going to help you, or I'm going to do the opposite. Sure. But usually, like in a tournament situation, you should be able to justify what you're doing. By the way, we have a great opportunity here. There's so much freaking game on this board for us. Holy cannoli. All right, guys, let's actually get plugged in here. All right. I'm going to start it from this point. All right. What's going on, guys? Danny Drew here, and we are back for another day of Catan. Guys, gals, ghouls, we are playing Catan. I see a really good setup. Do you guys see a really good setup? We're in 4th position here. Look at this. Look at these guys. Powwow. Powwow at the bottom. We ain't going to be playing the game. We're going to be playing a different game. I think there's a very interesting case here to control the wheat. I think we can do, and by the way, I think this guy is going to go like 6-2 to 5-2. Maybe brickport, coordinated sixes. I think it's a 9-5-10, 8-4-3 angle. And initially I thought about pointing down because I feel like 4-11 is just killer. But I just wonder, is the wheat port a little bit better? Like we give up the 11, but we get the efficiency of the wheat. I don't know. It's kind of tricky because the wheat's pretty good, but I feel like the first city should be the 8-3-4. Maybe not though. We're definitely doing these two. The question is, where do we point this guy? And we're for what it's worth, we're taking the 8-3-4 because we want the starting ore. So we're going to definitely take this point up because I like the 3-1 flexibility. Awesome. Awesome. There's 2 modes here. One mode is to say 8-3-4 down gives us the 4-11, which actually is really nice. Because like the thing is, I would like to think our ore and wheat are going to be used together, right? So like, are we actually going to get that much out of the port? I don't know. Does that make sense? Versus, I almost think like 4-11, 3-1 is better than the wheat port, but I could be wrong here. Maybe there's some mathematical breakdown. And I also think too, like if we go, let's say 8-3-4 to 4-11, 3-1, drop city 8, like I don't want to city the 9-5-10. Maybe I should. Oh, this is tricky. You know what? This is what I'm going to do. I have to trust in the wheat port. The wheat port has won me so many freaking games that I'm going to trust in the wheat port. And I guess long term, I can go wheat port, then go over here to 4-11 or something. I just have to trust the wheat port. There's also a potential problem. I mean, this guy's going to take, what, 6-3-4? He has to take 6-3-4 here. Look at this, man. Why are you calling me out, Rowan? What are we doing, man? What are we doing? By the way, I want to say thank you to everyone being here. Hope you are doing amazing. If you are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. You know, if you enjoy Catan content, good vibes, we try our best. We really do, man. This is a nice setup. I really like this setup. It's not super easy to play, right? Because it's not like we have the best ore. We don't even have the best wheat. We got more or less the best wheat. I wonder, is this guy taking, like, who's taking 6-2 to 5-2? It feels like somebody is. I guess he could go 8-10. 8-10 is actually pretty good for him. Right? Because then he gets the brick and he can kind of run to the center. Actually, the more I'm looking at it, he goes 8-10 thinking it's the center. Doesn't this 9-4-2 to 6-2 just go by this guy? Oh, man. He takes Woodport for sure. It's not that great for him though, right? He's got low wheat, low sheep. He's got no real expansion spots pointing inward. I don't like this inward play. This kind of stuff is not good, in my opinion. He's got no other options. He's either taking 6-2 or 8-10. And I don't care. I don't care. And 492. Excuse me, I'm tired. 492 left. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, I mean now you're blocking 8, the 10, or the 5. The brick would be good. Actually, Red's his best steal here, because the wheat and brick are actually both incredible steals. Does he see that? He should hit red here. Literally every card is money. Every card is money. It's just it's like whatever you want. There you go. Now if he drops, okay, so he stole the brick, so there's a wheat in red's hand. Good to know. Okay. The real question is, should we sell the wheat? Like, I feel like if we get him onto the 6-2, we're in a really hard bind. So did blue roll any wood? Blue got... So look at this deal here. I'm looking at blue here. It's not a bad deal, but it is kind of pricey. He'll probably counter for a wheat for wood. I guess a wheat for ore as well. So I'll do this. I think this is a good deal for him. It's an okay deal for me. I'll get wood later. My thought here is I kind of want blue on this spot, because then he becomes a big threat. So I think buying a dev is fine here. Knight is fine. It's probably ultimately our strategy, right? Ugh. Yeah, that's a good hit. It's a good hit. Okay. He's got the wheat. He's got ore. He's got wood. Also good. I think I just have to hit the 6 and hit blue. Good deal for me here. He's got 8 cards, so he's kind of in a bind. Yeah. So those are moments that you need to take advantage of, right? So let's apply more pressure to blue. Everything is good here. He does have sheep, he has ore, and he has a wood. Perfect. Which we needed those woods anyways. Blocks it. In theory, I'd actually like more ore, but I don't know. I kind of don't want them to stack a bunch of ore and then start getting weed and dropping cities, so it's not a bad block for me. Like, I essentially have the only ore at that point with the 4 being open. Perfect. Okay. So I think the stronger play for us is to go to the wheat port first. Oh, I was going to try to make a deal there. Really good deal for both of these guys. I think he just gave a city, though. Yeah, interesting play. Feels really good for red. He's going to have a big boost, especially with the wood port being live. I mean, I'll do this for a wheat ore, but I don't think he's got that. Yeah, he doesn't have that. Unless he stole it. But no, he didn't roll any 7s. One of the things... Oh my God. Okay, so one of the things I'm concerned about here... If I go wheat port, do I make a really big target? So there's this kind of heuristic in Catan, right? A lot of people, newbies, they love to block 2-for-1 ports. I don't think it's going to be that scary, but I could totally see this 10 getting more blocks than it deserves. But I also think we need to fix our ratios. We have a lot more wheat than we have ore. 1-4 gives us the 3 ore that we need anyways. The only thing I'm worried about here is our hand is super vulnerable, right? So with the ore being exposed. So if we see a 7 by blue, I still think red gets hit here with the city. Look at that. This is why you double the 4. But we're probably still the hit. Probably the 9. That's an unfortunate piece for sure. He should steal from us. Yeah. So our hand's just a little exposed there, but I think we just have to take the hit. We do have the wheat there as well. So I'm going to see if I can sell this brick specifically to green. I do think green might want it. It doesn't do as much good for me right now. I'd rather focus on the city build. And maybe I can make some deals. So I'm gonna do both of these deals, but just say if you throw an extra card, I'll do it. So this is kind of giving some flexibility to both blue and red, where it's like, hey, if you really want it, otherwise I'll sell it on your turn for a premium. So I'm gonna say any two. This is a good little deal here where it kind of gives him a little bit of leverage. Or it feels like, hey, if he's got 2 cards that he doesn't really care about it, but it just helps him settle, he'll probably, I'll take it. Yeah, exactly. Perfect. And this is a great deal. Guys, if you've learned anything from this stream, it's that right there. That ability to work deals like that is what this game is all about. Right? It's right there. It's right there. You know, it's like I put him in the driver's seat and he took it. So now we definitely need some rolls here. Okay, so he's got a bunch of wheat in hand. There's actually probably an interesting deal. So I'm going to look for a 2 wheat here. I'm actually looking at green here, which this is actually a pretty good card. Pretty good situation for him, honestly, right? He's got a ton of wheat. He's got... It's not that good. I think I have to hold here. I mean, I'll do the 1-for-1, which he might find some value in that, but probably not. I mean, we should be seeing our 5s and 10s roll eventually. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. And then I'll do this. And then I'll do this. I mean, it's essentially what I was offering, right? I think the city's too important. We can pop here. City's too important here. Yeah, there it is. And I do think, given the state of the game, we're going to see red flip a knight onto the 6 wheat. I think this coordinated 6s, the pacing of green, I just don't think we're the hit here. Now, we could have bought a dev. The dev's very interesting for us. Let's see then. No, sorry, it's not on him. What am I saying? I'm dumb. I do think it's honestly the better hit, though. Like, the 6s are a liability. All right. No monopoly. As long as there's no mono, we're fine. Okay, so he pops. Okay, beautiful. Now, we have a real question here, which is, do we want to see the wheat or do we want to see the 8-3-4? We need to avoid a 7. We need a 4. Okay. If we can also do something, this actually might be a deal with blue. Yeah, exactly. So now I get a dev and a city. Knight is fine. I think... man. The wheat port's special. It might have to be the wheat port here. I think it's the wheat port. Because the 4 is going to produce for us anyways. Now the 5, the 10 become free cards. Like the 4, like what's the difference, right? The 4 becomes 3. Of course, the 4 is going to roll. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Okay, now we're seeing the 6 become such a big liability right now. It's so bad. We actually might, with the right roll, be able to snag another city here. Yeah, I think if you're red, yeah, I like this. I think the pacing-wise, it makes sense. We don't even need army, to be honest with you. I feel like as long as we can chunk out cities and production, we can kind of carve out potentially even playing road. Let's see what happens here. Perfect. Okay, wheat for ore might be a potential play. We can also use any of the rolls. 9 is active. Everything's active here. And we have a knight in hand, which is super good. That is a horrible trade. I don't think he has that. I would take the road settle. I would take the road settle over the tour. Oh my god, that's so good. Okay. He definitely has this, right? Is there a way I can pop and drop a city? Oh, where's it gonna go? Clunk. Clunk. Okay, now I think we're more or less where we need to be, right? Our production is phenomenal. The 3-1 is much better for us, but dude, this 6 is... We need a Monopoly. Monopoly would be so disgusting on this board. Okay, so he's... Yeah, I don't get army. Oh, I would have made a deal. Yeah. Slow load. Yeah. It's probably got to be on red. It's probably got to be on red. Oh. This is where the 3-1 would be nice. All right. Mono. There's no bad dev here. VP's great. Imagine red doesn't have a knight, though. That'd be kind of wild. All right. Super big block there. Damn, bro. Tough day. Tough day at the office. 4 really sucks. Maybe we actually have to take away the settle spot in the 8. The 10 is certainly the block here. I am concerned about this 5. The more I'm looking at this 5, the 5 becomes a really big problem, right? Because then he starts building. I know he's got a ton of brick in hand. 0. Yeah, this is good. Unfortunately, I'd love to take away the spot from red, which I think would be the right play, but that's not where I'm at right now. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I guess we're looking for 5s, but 5s are just so good for red too. Okay. It's kind of tough for me because I think I'm not getting army. I mean, it feels like red's going to go all in onto development cards. I mean, okay, if the 4s keep going, then I'm fine, right? But right now, the wheat port's not as great as it looks. This is why, guys, this is why, bro, get off the table. This is why I actually like the 3-1 in this situation, because it's like we can't do anything with the brick without the wood. We have all the sheep that we can't do anything with. We're expecting the 10 to get blocked at a certain frequency, which means then like the 4 and 5 should be compatible. It's like we shouldn't be using the wheat port that much. We've got a serious problem here with red. He has to road settle. Yeah, this is why I'm not the target. Okay. Okay. I actually think he has a sheep, doesn't he? Don't you got a sheep, brother? I offered this. Yep. Mono's kind of good. Do we? I think we have to try to go into the dev deck here. It kind of sucks because orange is clearly the favorite. Sorry. Green is the favorite. Maybe there is a play where we can take a bunch of wood and try to go for road, right? Assuming a bunch of 5s hit or something. But this is tough. This is tough stuff. And he's also got the sheep port there. He's got no freaking... Ooh. Okay. Oh, bro. It's so bad. It's so bad. Let me see. Let me think here. He can road settle. Damn it, bro. I need a roll here. I guess the alternative here is like I do this and this. Okay. Unfortunately, I have to do something here to fight. I think there's a real shot that I can, if I can get army, I go to 8 and then I try to clean up with mono somehow. Bruh. I needed a knight there. We need just 7s. Okay, 4's not bad. I mean, we can get to 8, but that's just unfortunately not good enough. Road. I'm going to try. Wow, let's go. The game actually goes on. No, bro. Take road. Take road. Oh. It's so painful. It's so painful. What do we do here? We need a 5. We need a roll. Okay, well, I'm assuming then blue takes it next turn, right? So he's going to city for, okay. Bruh, this is so rough and tough. I don't know what to do here. Okay, he took some cards. Okay, so if he doesn't have the win, then blue can take road. We're okay. I think we're okay. He has to pop, but I don't think he has it. I think the play... Oh my God. Okay. All right. There's plays here, folks. There's plays. Let's think here. We're going to pop once. Yes. Don't we just mono or here and we city and then we win next turn? One. What's his connect? Unfortunately, we have to do this. Wow. Okay. I'll give him everything. Okay. I'll give you everything. Just don't hit me. Okay. Yes. Here, take. Perfect. He didn't even want it. I wanted to give it to him. All right. What do we we get rid of all the ore, right? So then he's only just stealing the brick and he has the ability to pop. If he takes the ore, he pops. Okay. He needs to take the brick. Don't pull a VP on me, brother. Oh. It's so nice. It's so nice when things work. I don't think he has it, right? He needs 2 roads and a dev. Wow. I was trying to be generous because what I wanted him to do is I wanted to burn my cards, right? Okay, that's game. Ugh. Did you? I was literally, if he asked for my entire hand, I would have gave it to him. Kind of crazy though. Kind of crazy. I eked it out. That was a pretty clean one, but it wasn't. So a few things. These roads inward by red are what I think lost him the game, right? Because the thing about his settles, having settle spots are flexibility. One thing you guys, yeah, blue saved the game. Probably should have seen it coming. But to be fair, like blue's only chance to win here is to take road. You know? So I think that's what he has to do. I think he has to play it that way. Look at that. We're running at 50%. It's a nice little thing there. But one thing you'll notice when you watch your favorite creators is we talk about this phrase called quick settles, right? I feel like I coined this term. And the idea is quick settles are obviously points, but it's much more than that, right? It's like you get points, you get expansions, you get ports. You can also take a settle and upgrade it to a city. So in this situation, we only needed the one settle, but because, we pulled the VPs and blah, 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 that was perfect. When he puts a situation down, 6-5-11 left, it doesn't take much brain power to calculate that 9-4-2 left is going to go. He knows he's getting locked out of this board in most cases. If he pulls a road builder, that's fine. But, it's like an 8-9% chance to happen. So he has to win this game with one road settle. You too. I like how I'm in placement matches, but I'm number 1 on the leaderboard. You know what I mean? So I got to get my placements in, guys. I gotta level up. But yeah, so he's just hurting his flexibility versus if he points left, okay, he doesn't potentially get the 9-4-11, but he gets the 3-11, which actually could be just as good, right? He picks up a new number. He's got a little bit more security. Road builder to 4-11's potentially there. So be careful about your roads. I mean, that one road might cost him the game. And I'm not even joking. Like, he could get settle points to finish the game instead of like now he has to hold army. He has to get 2 VPs and he doesn't really have a port. Like, he loses all the flexibility. He could have also considered plowing me, which I kind of like that. I think if he can go 1, 2, 3, he cuts down my effectiveness. He gets a 3-for-1 port. He gets a new hex on wheat. That was probably his better play. If he could have found that play somewhere in like the middle game, that was really good for him. But if I recall, I think he had a yop right here. I think I would have considered taking the plow, actually. I don't know what his hand is, but 10 cards, road, settle, 3-1. I feel like that's so much better for him. I'm going to bed, guys. It's 11:15. I didn't expect to be this late. I wanted to give you guys a nice little stream. So, and I do have to work in the morning, so there's that. But there you go. Lost 2, 1-2. I mean, the second game, the one where we went 5-2 was just nonsense. We're not winning that one. But here you go. I mean, it shows you too. I think one thing Red did here was he got a little bit too comfy, and he just doesn't have the juice. I just don't think he has the flexibility to keep army in a lot of cases, right? He's got the low wheat. He's only got the 11. It kind of shows you like the wheat port didn't matter. I think I ported wheat once, if that. Maybe I didn't, but it just goes to show you the idea of ratios, right? Like in a lot of cases here, the wheat port's not even that necessary. Like maybe 4-11 was actually better. How much did the 11 roll? It rolled decently. So from that standpoint, like our ratios might have been slightly bit better if we just went 4-11 and then went to the 3-1. But okay, we only got one road settle anyways. Great stream. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right, so what's the final tally? There you guys go. We're still number 1 on the leaderboard. Yeah, so if anyone's like, who is this guy? I am a Catan player. I've been playing for a very long time. So if you are new, welcome. Unfortunately, I am at the end of the stream, but we are already ranked number 1 in the world. All right. So if you want to know, like, is this guy okay? I'm all right. I'm not too bad. Also, okay, I lost number 1 in Rush, but that's okay. JD is, I'm telling you, it's a fight, man. We're fighting pretty hard on these spots. But okay, I'm number 2 in Rush. All right. I got knocked down. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. But all right, I'm going to end it there. I'm going to go to bed. If you guys want, I'm going to be posting tomorrow the new TSI. So we have the TSI course. Hold on. Let me introduce you guys to the Discord. Let me pull it up. Oh, I almost invited you guys to TSI. Don't do that. That might be a problem. Can't let that happen. So if you guys want to join, see here, boom, boom, boom. Here is the link to Discord. Feel free to jump in. I do all the updates as far as when I'm going live, anything that's going on. Wins just arrived. I'm sorry, man. We've been streaming for a long time. So yeah, definitely jump in. Anything that you can do to support, us here in the community is awesome. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. All the fun stuff, you know. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate everything, being here, the good vibes. We win some, we lose some, but it's all for the fun in the game. So, all right, I'm heading to bed. So TSI it stands for the Settlers Intensive. I run a coaching program. 1 out of 12 players, 1 out of like 40,000 players, brother. Yeah, so I run a coaching program. I've done 6 of them now. So they're 5 weeks at a time. They fill up. So there's a huge demand. I've been getting a ton of messages because I haven't ran one in quite some time, actually. So a lot of people are like, what's the next one? I'm like, all right, fine. Let's do it. So yeah, that will be going down starting next month. But obviously we do all the signups and stuff prior. So, all right, I'm heading to bed. Much love. Thank you so much, crew. I will say bye to you guys over in Twitch world. Bye. I'll catch you soon. And then YouTube always takes a little extra second because I have to stop you guys via the live streaming thing here. All right, guys. I'll catch you. I'll post it in the Discord. We'll also do another stream this week. We can discuss it, but it's all there for you. All right. Peace, homies. Catch you soon. Much love.